All right, well, ahead of next week's debate, it looks like Hillary Clinton is, well, feeling the burn, as in Bernie Sanders. She just matched him on opposing a crucial trade deal, and now she's pitching a massive Wall Street crackdown. Charlie, you're not too worried about the latter. Why not?
And none of my buddies on Wall Street are worried either. You know, I give Bernie Sanders credit for one thing, being intellectually honest about what he wants to do. He wants to break up the banks. He wants to take really clear-cut, I'm not saying constructive because I don't agree with him, but clear-cut measures against Wall Street to rein him in. This is a bunch of gobbledygook that really leads to nowhere. When you peel back the onion on this thing, it's weak tea on every single level. Just think, Hillary Clinton wants to end. This is the President of the United States. Thinks it's a policy of the president, prerogative of the president, to end spoofing in high-frequency trading. Give me a friggin' break.
Which is what you can't sell.
It's a way of high-frequency trading, which I'm not going to bore people with, but it means about that much.
He can define it. I guarantee you she can.
Well, but Ben Stein, what I do notice, I think there is a lot of theater to this. I think he's right, but I do also know that she wants to punish and extend the time which you can go after financial chieftains to make them pay for a lot of the fines and everything else that went wrong with the meltdown. She's making herself look like the anti-Wall Street candidate, but I've talked to many of her friends, as Charlie, that she doesn't really mean it. Now, what does she mean?
Well, for one thing, individuals on Wall Street did not cause the meltdown. The meltdown was caused by a guy named Mr. Paulson, who was Secretary of the Treasury, and a guy named Mr. Bernanke, who was head of the Federal Reserve.
But Bernanke too surprised there aren't more execs in jail. What do you think?
They had dinner and said, let's cause a financial crisis.
Bernanke should be in jail. But look, Mrs. Clinton is getting a huge amount of money from Wall Street liberals. The idea that she's going to be tough on them is just a bad joke.
Well, John Mack, of the former Morgan Stanley, was telling me that back in the summer, saying, look, she has to do this. And I thought it was a rather cynical but probably honest read of what's going on. But she's been doing this enough, and by dismissing the trade deal and countering her old boss, these chits against business are piling up. Can she reverse them?
This is a wink-wink. People who work on Wall Street know that this will never go anywhere, and so does she. It's tapioca pudding for the left.
But even
she's trying to spoon-feed it to him. It's just like that proposal. I hate tapioca pudding.
No, I like tapioca pudding. I think that this is phony.
Yeah, of course it is. Who's the messenger? It's her plan. I want to say, though, like her capital gains tax plan, same thing. It will never go
but even if she got, I think what we're missing here, if she got everything she wanted in this Wall Street reform, it still would be nothing.
Really? What do you think?
Absolutely.
It's ridiculous.
Absolutely, Charlie.
But the theme continues to Obama's war on business / Wall Street as the bullseye, and I think it's had a real detrimental impact on our economy. The worst post-recession recovery in history, high poverty levels. It's just, it's just one of these things that's it's going to make our nation worse. We know it's a wink-wink to her friends. Nevertheless, it's going to crush Main Street, I think.
What do you think, Adam? And I hope you're proud of yourself.
Not only is it a wink-wink, but we've seen this before. I mean, we saw Romney tack right in the primaries in order to get his nomination. Then we saw him tack back toward the center in the general.
She's
by the way,
tacking way left, though. I mean, I understand what you're saying, but this is going into Karl Marx territory and running back.
Some of it's way left.
I think it's rhetorical.
We haven't even had a primary yet, Neil.
I don't think it's left at all.
Yeah, Neil, I think a lot of this is rhetorical. If you listen to what she said on TPP, she said, I would negotiate. I won't vote for it.
Trans-Pacific Partnership.
Right, the trade bill. I don't like this because I would negotiate harder on certain. She didn't actually say that she wouldn't accept a trade deal that maybe.
Agreed.
I mean,
she didn't like this one.
No, she said it was. Look at the rhetoric.
I'm quoting from her. This deal sucks big time. That's what she
said. It wasn't up to her standards.
Okay. She wants to get rid of the liability waiver for gun manufacturers. Even Bernie Sanders is not in favor of that. That's how left she's going.
On that issue, but on these economic issues, it's very rhetorical.
All right, Adam, bottom line, you got the Democrats lurching far, far left. You got Republicans who are in this anti-establishment mode. I just think it's a very unsettling atmosphere where no one knows ultimately where the dust settles here.
I agree with that 100%. The beauty of our system
really just made that up on the fly. I really did. That's good.
The beauty of our system is that there is tremendous pressure toward consensus, which will happen toward the end of 2016.
No, I don't know.
The parties will tack back toward the center. I predict it.
Hillary Clinton would dress up like Wonder Woman and go to Comic-Con if she thought that it would get her the nomination.
There's nothing wrong with that. All right, we're going to take a quick break here. When we come back,